Hello there. I thought I'd talk you through the beginning of setting up a Catcourses course, which is a Canvas course essentially. So what I've done is I'm on my Merced College account because we actually have sandbox courses that we can play around with. So that's an easier way for me to show you how to start it completely. So this is the home page right here. Your courses are right here or on your dashboard that shows the current courses I'm teaching, which is just one course. Um, so I'm back to the sandbox, which is down here. These are all the classes I've taught. And of course, many of these we did not have an online component for. So let me find my sandbox. Okay. All right. So we're back on the course. And this is what it looks like before you set up the course. And what I like to do is I put my whole syllabus in these modules. So you could do module 1, and that would be writing 10 overview. And then I can do it in different sections. Basic needs. That's for the new information they want us to have on the syllabus. And then you can do academic or like grades, grading breakdown. There's one. And then you can put different sections in here. So these are usually for me pages if they're informational, and it would be new page would be plagiarism. You're going to see what a bad typer I am in this. And you put it there. Of course, that would go down here to maybe grading breakdown or another section. And then as you go, maybe your first section is defining the problem. This would be down below, like unit 1. And then you would have the assignments for that underneath, like brainstorm draft, or however you want to do it. So that would be a page, though. You can also add an assignment, which is, that's a page. So on the page, when you edit it, you might say, this might be an ungraded assignment that you're doing in class or doing online. So you might explain why we brainstorm. You can also put an image in. You can search Flickr, which is this free commons site. No, we don't want that. How about you might put a light bulb or something. Let's just see if we put brainstorm. So I don't know, maybe you just put something like that, and you can change the size of it and things like that by pulling it down. So you can put images too. This helps the students not get so tired when they're just reading a lot of text. So this would be a page. It gives information. It might have a lesson on it. You can embed a video by right here. You can either record media or upload media. Here if you want to do that, and I will send some media that I'm making as well. So that's your homepage. That's where everybody will find what they need to do. Announcements is probably the best way to get information out to the students because they tend to look at that more than they tend to look at email. That's just my experience. So let's just say extra credit events, cool things to do on campus. And then you can allow users to comment. You can also make announcements for every week. It might be nice at this time to not put announcements out like a lot, but a couple times a week besides what they're doing, so you can keep them engaged. And it could just be questions, and if you want them to comment, you could do that and ask them to comment. So that's how you do it, and then just you have to press save. So we're not going to save that. So back to the home page. Let me show you how to set up and grade an assignment too. So this is how you add an assignment. You can add it when you're making the modules too, but then you have to open it up to to make the assignments. You can see the crazy kinds of assignments I make. Pretend we're teaching core and you're doing the herd immunity assignment. So you could put, this would be everything you normally put on an assignment page. You can also add a rubric. So I always just make everything 100 points so I can have a clear grading scale, and then I can show you how to create percentages of like how much percent each assignment's worth. So it's in the assignment group assignments, or you might make a new group like say, or like major projects. So that would be, you could divide it up between like major projects, essays, community, classroom collaboration. You're going to do all these online. You can also do media recordings if you want something. Like I had students hand in a podcast this semester. And then the due date, and you can put the time, and you make it available from whenever you post it, or you can delay the post if you set up the class in advance. And then if you have a hard cut out for the due date, you make it the same time it's due, or if you have, you can give them an extra week or whatever. And then save and publish. You have to publish all the assignments. So let's say we do this and it's due here, and it's available from here. And then we're going to save and publish. We're going to do file upload. Okay, save and publish. All right. Then I'm going to want to go to Speed Grader. Before we do that, let me just show you this where you can add the rubric. And I have, let's see, I might have rubrics in here already. Yeah. So here's an English 2A, like, all right. And I just would want to use this rubric. And this makes grading really easy, and I can show you how to do that. And, you know, you can still write comments. Okay, let me go back to let's go to a class where I actually have papers in there that I can show you how I graded. I have to find one that, I think this one maybe. I didn't. All right, so let's say, okay, brainstorm draft essay 1. That was a discussion. That's the one I haven't graded yet. Okay, so this was something I did for an online class to show people how to use Canvas. If I think most of our students know how to use it, but if you want that, I can send it to you. So I go to assignments, and then let's see, define the problem. And here's an example of me using a picture. We have to connect it to the objectives, which is a good practice. And then I have all of this. And then I go to Speed Grader. And as you can see, I can put the grade in like this. On these, I didn't use a rubric. The other thing you can do is make comments like this. And you can also highlight, strike out. This is drawing, like free draw annotation. So if you want to make doodles, because I can't really write like this, that works. So there's different things you can use on here, and you can just go through. If you make margin comments, you're going to have to let your students know that, because they have to open a different box. Honestly, a lot of the students just look at their numbers here, but sometimes you can require them to acknowledge that they saw them. There's also a way to make, it's not on here, but there's a button to make video comments or audio comments on ours at UC Merced. So that's an option too, which is kind of fun. So that's grading, and here's discussion. And the grades are right in here. They get calculated right in here. Like everything's in here. And then it has the final grades down here. So that's a way to just calculates everything for you. So then I think one thing I like is discussions. Now on Zoom you can do breakout groups or face-to-face discussions, but one thing I like, as well as chats. But one thing I like about these discussions is some people will be more talkative in a discussion like this. So let me show you how to do that on the sandbox, if I can find that again. So we have done a little bit of this. Maybe you want to add down here a discussion. So you just go to discussion. You can see you can add quizzes and things like that. And this could be essay 1, ideas